Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about more updates and details on the reported controversy around the 2026 power units. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me and X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now on Friday, reports started to emerge around the power units, and it's to do with the compression ratio, with the race reporting that high-level sources have indicated to the race that the issue revolves around the manufacturers potentially having found a clever way to deliver a higher compression ratio limit than what has been theoretically imposed with the 2026 rules. So what is the compression ratio? Well, this is to do with the level of engine cylinders when the pistons are at their lowest compared to when they're at their highest, and a higher value means more power can be delivered. Now, in terms of the 2026 power units, the regulations say that the compression ratio in a cylinder cannot go higher than 1601, and this is lower than the 1801 limit from the previous rule set. However, as I said in my video on Friday, the race said that with teams well aware of gains that can be had if they can increase the compression ratio, it is suggested that some clever designs are being used to achieve this higher limit and still stay within the rules. This is being achieved because, under the wording of the regulations, the compression ratio is only measured when the engine is not at full running temperature out on track. And the race went on to say, while no competitors have been formally identified yet, sources suggest that Mercedes and Red Bull are the manufacturers at the centre of focus of other engine makers. But let's look at some further comments, and we'll start with the FIA, with the governing body saying that the procedures for checking remain unchanged from the previous rule set, with an FIA spokesperson telling the race the regulations clearly define the maximum compression ratio and the method for measuring it, which is based on static conditions at ambient temperature. The procedure has remained unchanged despite the reduction in the permitted ratio for 2026. However, it looks like the FIA is aware of the debate around the compression ratio issue and has suggested that procedures can be changed if in the early stages of the season the matter takes off, with an FIA spokesperson going on to say, "It's true that thermal expansion can influence dimensions at operating temperature, but the current rules do not currently require measurement under hot conditions. That said, the topic has been and is still being discussed within technical forms with the power unit manufacturers, as the new limit naturally raises questions about interpretation and compliance. The FIA continuously reviews such matters to ensure fairness and clarity, and if necessary, adjustments to the regulations or measurement procedures can be considered for the future." And in another report, it's been claimed that Ferrari, Audi and Honda are looking at the FIA for involvement, with motorsport.com saying that German outlet Motorsport magazine revealed that some engine manufacturers have sent a request for clarification to the FIA regarding the compression ratio. Mercedes and potentially Red Bull powertrains are said to have found a way to circumvent what is stipulated in the technical regulations, according to which the compression ratio must comply with the specified value during checks carried out at ambient temperature. Suspicions that it might be possible to change the compression ratio as temperatures vary have led Ferrari, Audi and Honda to request FIA involvement. Now, if teams are unhappy with what others are doing at the start of the season, they can lodge a protest. And this would mean that the FIA would either have to state that teams cannot exploit a certain area, or what is happening is all clear, so everyone can do it. And either way, really, changes are going to have to be made. I mean, obviously, if the FIA say you can't do something, then you have to change your car. But if the FIA say you can do something, then rival teams, really, they're going to have to make the relevant changes in order to catch up. And in terms of the engine, well, these designs have been locked in for a very, very long time. And in my opinion, it's going to be very complicated to change the engine. So it'll be interesting to see what happens at the start of the 2026 season. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care.